Hello everyone, I'm Skratch. Welcome to the channel. This is a Dragonheir Silent Gods video. The beta is finally here. We're gonna do our first impressions and check the game out, see what it's made of. If you guys wanna try out the beta, I'm gonna pin the link to the website from where you can actually download the beta, either in the pinned comments, either in the description. You're gonna be able to find them there. Now, the beta at the moment is available only to selected regions. You're gonna be able to see it up here on the screen. And if you're not part of those regions, you might need to use a VPN. You're going to be able to play it on PC, through BlueStacks, or just by downloading the app without using BlueStacks, of course, because it has a PC client. Or you can play it on Android devices at the moment by going at the App Store and just search Dragonheir Silent Gods. The game looks pretty awesome, so I'm definitely excited about it, but enough with all that. Let's dive straight into it and see how the game actually looks like. So straight off the back, when you start the game, you're gonna be prompted to pick your class. We have the human, you have dwarves, you have half elf, you have a lizard, which actually is not available at the moment. Don't worry about them, like just pick the one you like the most, because all of them, they're pretty equal. None of them are like meta or anything like that. And I gotta say it, the very first hero that you start with, your class basically, is super powerful, very unique. So definitely make sure you are investing in it, because it's a very solid hero, you know. After, later on, you're gonna be able to pick your identity as well. So you have archaeologist, you have thief, you have actor, and I can't remember which one is the other one. Again, depends what you prefer. You can pick each one of them, honestly, because later on you're going to be able to kind of like invest points in each one of the attributes, so it's not really going to make a massive difference all around. Right here in the background, this is the camp, basically like our safe space. We're going to be able to cook different recipes, get different materials like that. Of course, we have the summoning. We can blow the horn 4 times a day, and we can actually summon from here too. Then, of course, we have the forge, where we're going to be able to forge equipment. At the very beginning of the game, even now, I haven't really managed to unlock any of the dungeons that are actually dropping gear. The main source of gear for you will be the forge, so you're constantly going to have to pay attention to the forge. Make sure you are doing some gear to equip on your heroes. You do have the market right here, which will slowly sell all sorts of different things. The higher the level of the cart, the more things you can actually purchase from them. You're gonna have the training ground right here on the left, and on the right here, you're gonna have the tent. Basically, you're gonna be able to upgrade all the other buildings that you have in the camp. Pretty straightforward. Now, when you are opening the adventure, guys, this is kind of like an open world gacha game. So it has a bit of a MMO sort of feeling, because yeah, the open world, the way you move your characters around and things, it does give you that sort of vibe. But at heart, it's kind of like a gacha, a hero collector game. The map is absolutely massive. Now, this is the small bit that I've unlocked so far. Like, it's so much more to unlock here. It's definitely gonna take me quite a while to do it, but hey, the beta just got released today. The game does have like a stamina energy system. You can see right here at the top we have the stamina. It's slowly restoring, and how I mentioned, is a hero collector game, right? So I'm gonna quickly show you some heroes that I haven't summoned just yet. So if we go right here at gallery, the art design looks pretty sick. I'm a big fan of it. Like, kind of gives me this vibe of dark fantasy, so I'm loving it. We have the dwarf right here, Huldork. The Fury looks pretty sick. Then we have Lothar, Midnight, very awesome champion as well, and lots of awesome champs in here, you know. So you're gonna have to summon them, right? The legendary champions, you have epic champions, rare, uncommons, and this is pretty much it, you know, in terms of heroes. You do have all sorts of different ways on how you can actually acquire the heroes, of course, through summoning or by completing different events, daily login rewards, and things like this. We do have different elements in the game as well. So we have fire, we have frost, and of course we have lightning. And these are the 3 main elements that are kind of like dominating the game. When we are talking about how we can actually improve the heroes, what we can do with the heroes, it's pretty straightforward. They get leveled up. You're gonna have to equip gear on them. You're gonna level up the gear. And the whole idea is you farm for better gear. Later on, you're gonna have artifacts, which again are gonna be pretty big, a massive upgrade on your heroes, you know. But this is what we have available at the moment, pretty much. Of course, the builds are going to be very important later on in terms of skills. Each one of the heroes is pretty unique. This one, for example, has a passive skill, recovers over time. So every time an enemy dies, grants recovery over time to all allies for 10 seconds. That's about the HP. You have the attack penalty, charges towards the enemy with the lowest HP, dealing necrotic damage with a 75% chance of inflicting attack penalty. You're gonna have to upgrade their skills as well slowly. So once you reach a level 30, for example, you're gonna have to enhance them. You're gonna have to go to particular dungeons. Like if you've been playing Raid, Infinity Magic Raid, or other games like this, you kind of have like the thing called potion keeps. You have Ascension, then you have different things that will enable you to make your champions a bit faster. And it's gonna be a very similar thing in here. It is called enhancement instead. So if I'm actually gonna go on the map to show you a bit of a gameplay, right? So let's just go here. We're actually next to it. So fast travel, we were literally next to it. Laziness, because you can fast travel too. So we're gonna fight one of the bosses. I don't have enough stamina at the moment, but you are able to purchase stamina 4 times a day by using gems, rubies, call them however you want. Of course, every game will call them different, but in the end, they're all gems. When you are deploying your troops, usually most of the games, they have kind of like the lead position, and then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, depending how many heroes you get to deploy. Here we are doing it on a grid system. So when you are dragging your hero, you're going to be able to kind of like see how many of the enemy heroes are going to attack ours. Who are we going to attack? You see the purple line shows us we're going on that hero comes to us. The red lines show us that we're getting attacked by the other troops. Now this is a great CC champion, so I like to put him at the middle. Group the enemies, drop the stun on them, actually works amazing. Of course, we have melee heroes, we have ranged troops, so you gotta play that smart as well. This is a melee, for example, melee. We have range. This is the healer, the support range, so we can put it at the back. It doesn't really matter. We want that champion to keep the team alive, but let's crack on it. You do have oro. You have skills that you unlock once the energy bar is filled right here behind me. I'm actually gonna try to move myself a bit out of the way so you guys can see it. And this is kind of like clearing the waves first, right? And then we're gonna get at the boss. We do have kind of like a secret skill that we unlock, and that comes together with the element that we are using on the main hero. How I mentioned, it's pretty nice to invest in the main hero that you start with in your class because he's strong, and you're gonna be able to swap in between elements, you know, kind of like make it for damage, make it support, make it more of a CC and stuff. So it's definitely an awesome hero, and let's just use it out. Bang, we're gaining a bit of shield, and I'm overpowering this particular stage, but I'm not able to be the next one just yet. But that's one of the fights, for example. Now, when you are controlling your heroes, that's basically how you are doing it on the map. So this is like completing the campaign. Like in many other games, you have a storyline to follow, tons of different missions to complete, quests. Once you're gonna be done with this, of course, you're not gonna have to walk all around the map to discover new things. You're just gonna be able to fast travel from different points of interest to others. And the one thing that you want to make sure you're doing is picking the side quests, and while you're completing the quest as well, because we have a thing called journey level. So if you're not passing the journey level, you're not going to be able to move over with the campaign, you know. So it's very important to be able to do that as well. So let's actually go in and do another fight. Let's challenge another boss. I haven't unlocked any dungeons that drop gear at the moment. That's gonna be later on. I'm definitely looking forward to that. I know I have one right here waiting for me to be unlocked. Different sets, attack, crit rate, 2-piece sets, 3-piece sets, ignore defense, tons of different things. Very interesting all around, you know. So let's actually go right here and challenge this boss. Lord of Lightning. A pretty interesting dragon. We're gonna have to go to difficulty 1 if not we're gonna get wrecked for the moment. I definitely gotta up the levels on my heroes a little bit. When you are putting your squad in as well, guys, you do get a bonus basically for elemental affinity. Now, at the moment, I'm still early on. I'm not investing in every single hero that I'm pulling. I'm making my core team. And yes, I'm not going to be able to reach the 5-hero elemental affinity, but I'm going to do that later on. You're going to get lots of bonuses. So that's another thing to keep an eye on. But let's crack on with the fight, see the boss. Then we're going to do a couple of summons and we're going to call it here. There are tons of different things to discover in the game that, of course, I haven't discovered just yet. You do have a PvP as well, which will be interesting. You have alliances. I'm very curious to see the PvP at its full potential once we're going to be able to unlock more things. But if you are familiar with arena modes from different similar games like this, it's pretty similar at the moment. I think I'm not 100% sure just yet. I think we have live arena in as well, where we're going to be able to kind of like ban champions from the opponents and things like that. So that's going to be pretty interesting. But this is a pretty good looking boss in here. He's getting wrecked at the moment because, how I mentioned, I'm overpowering the first stage, but that's actually pretty good, you know. We're getting the materials that we need to enhance our heroes. So that's kind of like another fight. I'm looking forward to unlock more bosses, basically, you know, more dungeons and the world boss, because there's a lot of content hidden in the game at the moment. So if we're heading right here, you see we're gonna have the events. So there are many things happening actually. So we got some skill tomes there, or skill scrolls, that's how you're calling them. We have events, hard training event, just kind of like go in, drop some dungeons, get the juicy things out of them. The daily check-in rewards, which I'm looking forward to get the epic hero in a couple of days. These are the Heliolite dice. These are allowing you to summon legendary heroes basically. So pretty interesting. Let's actually go in and do a summon, you know. I haven't joined an alliance just yet, but I gotta do that. So this is the one that allows you to summon legendaries. You have a 3% chance. The mercy is at 35. So that's actually pretty good, considering that most of the games, they have a mercy at 100, or if you're coming from raids, 200, which is absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, you know how it goes. From here, you cannot summon legendaries, but you can summon epics, and this is how the animation kind of looks like. Let's see, are we getting an epic out of here? I got one epic today, actually, so that's pretty good. Definitely happy with that. Okay, no epic, but we managed to get in some rares in here. And there are quite a few good rare champions too, which we're gonna have to check out later on. So we've done that. You know what? Let's summon my only one that I have available for a legendary at the moment. Are we getting an epic maybe, or a legendary? Imagine if you drop a legendary instantly. That would be pretty crazy, huh? Okay, what do we get? Ah, a rare here. Okay. What can you do? A rare is good as well, if he's a decent one. Okay. Court. I've definitely seen him around, so we're gonna see what he can do later on. Basically, that's how the summoning system works in the game, guys. And this is pretty much everything in terms of kind of like first impressions. There's a lot of content that we gotta discover at the moment, and slowly and surely we are going to do it. You can steal different things from different people in the game. You can kind of like exchange things, like go and exchange materials from a vendor, for example, steal things from the vendor. And yeah, it's actually pretty interesting. You have the artifact shop, you have the arena shop right here, season shop, because the game will have different seasons. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. That was all for the first video on Dragonheir Silent Gods, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. How I mentioned, if you are interested to try out the game, the link will be in the description down below or in the pinned comment. You might have to use a VPN depending on what region you are, but that was all for today, guys. Much love, and I'll catch you all soon in the next video. Peace.